Hello, all. Welcome back to Drippy Drez's podcast. A lot of you were probably surprised that I finally learned my lesson. Some of you are probably expecting me to say something that sounds stupid and then point out how it could come across as intelligent. I'm not going to do that because that's not who I am anymore. I don't feel the need to control other people, and I no longer feel like other people would be controlling me if I let them make their own decisions in life. I now like the movie Finding Nemo. It's just not my favorite because it's noticeable how ahead of its time it was. When I started doing this podcast, I tried doing it for myself and others. Almost immediately, I decided to stop doing it for others and start doing it for me. Now, I'm still doing it for me, but I'm taking a different approach to it. I'm going to think of my podcasts as a trilogy. The first part is where I learned that I needed to change my motives. The second is where I changed my approach to life. And the third is my approach to life. A lot of you were probably worried because you all thought that I was going to kill somebody. I'm not going to kill anybody. I also understand that if someone's not a serial killer, then they shouldn't present themselves as one. Pointing out that certain traits don't necessarily make someone a serial killer isn't exactly the best way to go about it. For those of you confused as to how I could have made those mistakes in the first place, I used to be a turbulent INFJ, but I am now an assertive INTP. I will give you all 30 seconds to look those up. Yep. So I'm sure you guys know that I was previously influenced by Spaceballs and The Incredibles, as my first time watching Spaceballs was when I was 2, and then The Incredibles, I think I was like 5 the first time I watched most of it, and then like 9 the second time that I watched it. A misunderstanding of Ghostbusters also took a particular toll on me. Now that I've changed, that means the people who can relate to me have changed, which means that now the world is going to become a better place. The only thing that would make it better is, what's that? Oh, my cat's looking at me. Okay, I was going to say the only thing that would make it better would be if everyone were to watch Ted Lasso, but yeah, I can do that. My cat wants me to share my opinions on the Ghostbusters movies. I love 1, 2, and 3 equally. I give them all 10 out of 10 ratings, 3 being the female one. I didn't like either of the newer ones. I gave 4 a 2 out of 10 and 5 a 1 out of 10. The reason I like the first 3 is because they encourage people to have thoughts and have feelings and to be genuine people. The reason I don't like the other 2 is because they feed into the idea of people not being able to admit when they're wrong, and they encourage people to not watch The Burbs. Of course, my opinions used to be very different due to that certain parody movie. The Incredibles is decent. I give that movie a 4 out of 10, as I now consider 4 decent. To me, 1 is terrible, 2 is also terrible, but there were 1 or 2 things that worked. 3 is bad, 4 is decent. 5 is either fine or some stuff worked and some didn't. 5 can be worse than a 4. 6 is pretty good. 7 is good. I'm not sure what an 8 would be. 9 is outstanding, but 1 or 2 things didn't work. And 10 is just outstanding. I know that I should make my audios longer, but today feels like a special occasion, so I'm gonna wrap things up now. Thank you all so much for listening. Thank you for hitting that like and subscribe button. Thank you for leaving comments in the comment section below. I will talk to you all for a half hour next week, Saturday.